Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I want to talk about a recent acquisition that I completed. This is the number 17 of the volume 2 of the Hawkman series. This one was drawn by, I think it's Ed Hannigan. The inking, which I really like, is by an artist, Don Heck, and the writing is Dan Mishkin. So excellent series. I haven't read. I was waiting basically for number 17. I had found a bundle of Hawkman, number 1 to 16, but no number 17. And just recently, at a local comic shop, I picked number 17 up. So I'm starting to read The Shadow War of Hawkman. Initially, the Volume 2 series was introduced in the Shadow War, and the writer, which I really like, he's a very good writer. His name is Tony Isabella, and Richard Howell and Alfredo Alcala did the Shadow War of Hawkman. It's a great series, actually, which other people have commented on YouTube. But anyway, I'll show you the frontispiece title page. So, writer is Tony Isabella, Richard Howell, and Alfredo Alcala are the main artists. And if you see, the coloring is by Michelle Wolfman, and you can tell it's actually quite striking. The coloring, it's in bright colors. It tells you the background, the origin, the first encounter of George Emmett with the Hawkman and Hawkwoman, and how they came to Earth, how they used the Absorbiscon, which is the Absorbiscon being how they, it's kind of a quick encyclopedia of everything you want to know about Earth. Here in this series, the Absorbiscon is kind of exploited by the writer to function a bit like Cerebro in the X-Men series, where you kind of read other people's minds. But anyway, it's a fascinating story. And here's the promo for that, for the Shadow War of Hawkman. Beautiful artwork. Love the inking by Alcala and the coloring. So that's issue number 1. Beautiful work. And you see here the sudden disappearance of a particular character. So it starts from there, basically, where Shiera kind of gets zapped. Anyway, so this is issue number 1 of Shadow War of Hawkman. And this is issue number 2. Issue 3. And there's cameo appearances from the Elongated Man and Aquaman. And issue number 4. And one of the, in case anybody wants to read it, one of the things that happens is one of the main characters in the Hawkman continuity gets killed. And this is one of the very few Hawkman specials. This comes right after the Shadow War of Hawkman. Beautiful artwork, and it features some Golden Age characters that make their reappearance in this issue. And I'll show you. I've started rereading the series, and I haven't read the last issues, obviously, only because I was waiting for number 17. I knew it was not a hard one to find. It was just a matter of basically finding it in the wild, as they say in comic book circles. And shortly after the release of this issue came the regular series, starting with issue number one. And it ran, as I said, for 17 issues. So this is issue number one. And this is issue number 3. And it features one of the legendary villains in the Hawkman universe, the Shadow Thief, who appears in other DC continuity, one of the great villains of the Silver Age. And here is issue number 3. And issue number 4, of course, you have Zatanna appearing in issue number 4, as she appears in issue number 4 of the Volume 1 series. So here she is. And this one is drawn by Richard Howell and Murphy Anderson. This cover here is drawn by Ed Hannigan and Dick Giordano. And then, of course, there's Lion Mane, who appears in issue number 5. Issue number 6, again, Lion Mane has to face the wrath of Hawkwoman, and she's the main protagonist in this issue. So I'm really enjoying rereading the series. And I'll show you the other issues. So this is issue number 7, issue number 8, issue number 9, 10, with the cameo appearance of another Hawkman, as we know in the Silver Ages, from the planet Thanagar. And the basic premise of the Volume 2 is the invasion that's made by rogue Thanagarians. And of course, as we know, Superman is from Krypton. So oftentimes in the kind of space opera adventures of Hawkman, those two, Superman and Hawkman, often cross paths. So this is issue number 11. Issue 12. Issue number 13. 14. 15. And 16. And another recent acquisition that I got in the Hawkman series, if you haven't guessed, I'm a fan, is this issue. This is The Atom, issue number 7, and it was fairly and decently inexpensive when I bought it. This is the first appearance of, and first team-up, I should say, first team-up appearance of the Atom and Hawkman, and it features art by two of the greats from the Silver Age. That's Murphy Anderson and Gil Kane. And of course, the story is by Gardner Fox. Beautiful, text-heavy story, as is the manner of Gardner Fox. What I don't quite appreciate as much as in the Marvel Comics universe around this time period, there's a lot there's a bit more humanity in the Marvel characters. The one exception, of course, in the DC books is Batman. Batman is the most human of all the DC characters, in my view. The other ones, like Hawkman, Green Lantern, the Atom, they're more focused on plot. This is a very nice copy. As you can see, it's off-white pages, but very tight, beautiful copy. I was happy to recently acquire this and add it to my Adam Hawkman collection. And there's the cover. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little look. Like I said, these are 2 acquisitions. I always look for any Hawkman issues that I'm missing. I was really happy to find the first team-up appearance of these 2 characters, the Atom and Hawkman, and more than happy to find the last issue. And it just makes it more fun to read the comic books in their original form. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little look at my collection, my interests in the kind of characters and the kind of comic books that I'm interested in. And if you did, remember to give me that thumbs up, the like. And as always, thanks everyone for subscribing. My channel is growing despite not being as famous as my other as the other YouTube channels. It's growing. I thank everyone for your subscription, and as always, feel free to comment. Thanks. Bye.